asked the question, how do I sit on the floor correctly or comfortably? And I don't think that there's any one way that we should be sitting on the floor. What I do recommend is that you are sitting on the floor as much as possible. We tend to lose our ability to move when we don't use that position. So the old adage, if you don't use it, you lose it. That is true with our hips. Our hips are stuck in this 90-degree position a lot. So if you think, I'm going to sit on my couch, my legs are going to be in 90 degrees. I'm going to go drive in my car, 90 degrees. I'm going to go sit on the toilet, 90 degrees. I'm going to eat dinner. You know, everything has our chair in 90 degrees. So what happens is our hips can't move through a fuller range of motion, which makes it difficult. We then shorten the range of motion. 90 starts to get difficult because that's the farthest that we go. So I encourage you to get down on the floor, because when you get down on the floor, you have to bring your hip through a fuller range of motion. You have to bring it all the way down to the floor. And the more we can do that, the longer we'll be able to go where we're able to get down on the floor. So once you get down here, how should you sit? So there are many different ways to sit. And what I encourage you to do is try them all out. They don't all have to be tried out at the same time, but work through different positions. And how do you know when you should change positions? As often as you start to feel uncomfortable. So in the beginning, you may notice, okay, I sit down on the floor and my hips are starting to hurt. So that is your inner voice telling you, switch it up, move, get out of that position. So that doesn't mean, oh, I've got to get off the floor. No, just change it. So here I've been sitting on my chair. I've been sitting on my pillow. You can always use this to kind of help boost you up. That kind of helps you get out of this rounded crouched position. So once you're sitting on a pillow, you can kind of move forward a little bit to sit up nice and tall, but don't feel like you have to sit tall the whole time. Then one of my favorite positions is to then move into this external hip rotation. So a 90-90 hip. So this leg is externally rotated. This one is internally rotated, hip meaning, sorry. So this is a good one to practice. And when you get uncomfortable, switch it. The only thing that I would recommend is if you do one side, do the other. It allows you to go through a fuller range of motion. It allows your body to continue to move and be able to move through both sides. I don't even have a problem with this. Just reaching here, stretching. If you want to think about ankle, maybe you have tight ankles. A great one would be to bend one leg and kind of sit on one leg while you're also using this leg. So as you can see, if I'm sitting here, I'm getting a nice little stretch within my ankle here. So this is a good one. But remember, if I'm going to sit this way, then I've got to switch it up and sit this way. So that way you can kind of keep both sides working the same rather than favoring one side. Because then if you're always doing one side, then there's going to be things that can occur. You can deal with pain and things like that along the road. So just be cognizant, be aware of your positions. These are great too. I like to do this. This starts to work on the foot, the strengthening of that big toe and lengthening underneath the foot if you deal with pain in your arches. This is a great one. Also, if you think about how your foot is at this 90 degrees all the time, the top of the foot gets shortened. So this one is a great one as well. to work on lengthening that top of the foot, the muscles along the top of the foot. So play with it. There is not any one way to sit correctly on the floor. The only thing that is the right way to do in regards to that is to get down here more often. So let me know if you have any questions, and if you do, I'm here to answer them. Make sure to like, comment below what is your favorite way to sit on the floor, and then make sure to subscribe.